You're welcome back. This is Breakfast Daily, and from one community to the other, education is a headache in this country. And between education and Galamsey, I don't know, illegal mining, I don't even know which one we should pay more attention to. I mean, it looks like everything is going haywire.
You are giving somebody a contract to go and build Atakwame.
Anyway, so I mean, we can't just finish talking about education now, but let's also look at the devastation that illegal mining is causing all of us. The president is in the Ashanti region. He's visited the Menshia Palace, to officially inform the occupant of the Golden Stool that he is in his neighborhood. Yeah. And so just watch out for us. And the Ashanti has also given some advice, I'll say, put it as such, that go out there and tell the people your success story. Now we have a report on this whole Galamsey issues, what is happening. The president saying that he's going to make sure that it comes to an end before his tenure in office. Will that happen? Let's take a look at this report. We'll come back and have a more conversation on this.
A visit to various mining communities in Ghana shows that hectares of land have been destroyed due to illegal mining activities. Forest reserves, farmlands, including cocoa plantations, and various water bodies have been adversely affected. The Ghana Water Company Limited has even complained of spending more to treat water due to the activities of illegal miners, popularly known as Galamsey. It has also warned that parts of the country face imminent shortage of water if the practice is not curtailed. Despite numerous enforcement efforts by government, the practice appears to have worsened in many mining areas. The founder and leader of the United Progressive Party, Akwasi Ade, also known as Odike, incurred the wrath of the Kumasi Traditional Council after he accused chiefs of being involved in Galamsey, for which reason the practice has been pervasive in recent times. The Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Samuel Abdullahi Jinapo, at a recent engagement at KNUST, blamed chiefs, district chief executives, and other regional authorities of perpetuating the menace. President Akufo-Addo also called for a meeting with the National House of Chiefs, where he called for their support in fighting the menace. The latest to point a finger at chiefs for the worsening Galamsey situation in the country is the Asantehene Otumfuo Osei II. Speaking at the Ashanti Regional House of Chiefs meeting in Kumasi, he unequivocally stated that chiefs cannot feign ignorance with respect to the worsening state of illegal mining in Ghana. He emphatically stated that some chiefs are benefiting from it.
I report to Amobi, one I report to man. What's I out to one or you two, and sure now on Crawford no. Saying, why a home dear baby? Why, what can home dear baby? And you also to one, sure no, say no on Crawford soon. Who's make what about Mamma Neda? Mimpo. What about Mamma Neda said, Nana, means you Crawford, 8 say, no, I'm in Crawford, what free bomb part up of Mamma Ned? What free just up of Mamma Neda? Who crowd up can was him? Sure. Tears also our honor. I'm a decronation, Sunny as I yes, a cronin to Unzuni. Sure. Tea Galamsa, some no, yes, you say, Nanano. Sure. Yes, you say. Man, see a word, Nanan more war. I'm sure no say it what you want to. So was up a man, I said, Nana, Madama, baby, I'm one, yes, say, or sure says in Crawford, the tree near Yabao. Near no quay the vessel. And she near money be a while, Yakahu be. Nanan mobile so go to Sakala say for Yabamufi Bremuska. Having me a Bremuska. Menaneka was a cocoa in a yetrago. Cocoa and soon and anonymous de Achicri. They yetrago, I yet to Amna, yes, Galamsey. A chubby Afena cocoa no cranafe, I say, Ghana Feni and Yescabia de Bay.
He added that the government is not fighting the issue of illegal mining the right way, since no deliberate attempts are made to prosecute the financiers involved in the practice.
Abaya Casa and Crawford to one a mile Sicanoa. Deɛ yɛkɔkye no a wɔyɛ so wɔtu galamsey ne ho fi na wɔgyina hɔ no wɔno wɔ sika bi ɔde twi ɔpɛ adwuma yɛ na obi afa nso ɔmɛyɛ na gold no kɔ hwan hɔ adan na ɔno yɛnkye no deɛ ɔtɔ grader no a yɛde yɛ ne caterpillar no deɛ ogyina hɔ no a wɔyɛ akwadaa no gyina hɔ sika ɔde kɔtɔ adeɛ sika ɔde kɔtɔ grader hwan na ɛtɔ grader no maa no adan na ɔno deɛ yɛnkye no ne kwa ne akotwa photo obi a ogyina na tie bi afrafra no a lebra wɔgye 200 300 yɛse yɛakye galamsey woche awokɔ sachi na deɛ na wɔno deɛ finance yɛ no a yɛtu gold no wɔ hɔ no wɔno yɛ yɛn dɛn are no ɔnde yɛnkyɛ no nti ɛba nsɛm sɛ a ne kyɛ mama me pen na da bia munwa nipa na enkontompo sem nkwa na ho anti galamsey we 20 enim krofo ehye gold no efa he na ekro gold no so ni Ghana ha ekọ ti hwan na egi gold no boabo na ode kro no na din sika ko finance no no de o ya da ne enche no wo chi no a galamsey no beja na fidie ni nyina wo na etwa na be yensu ho atoy na se akọchi galamsey akọ amansi ọ na nkwala bi na tie bi gu ho yesi ache de galamsey wo sa chi nzo hu gold bi a no na gold no fa hene.
So Nana has spoken, and I think he said it all.
I like the way he's broken it down to the basics of the issue, right? You are arresting
the
small fry who actually is really not the problem. So who are you deceiving when you say you are fighting Galamsey? You are arresting the muddied young man who is eking out a living, who you can't even find gold on his person. The gold has gone to someone who provided the excavator. That person has never been arrested or paraded as an arrested person on TV before. I don't know if you've seen any.
Well, I'm here too.
But I haven't seen any.
I'm here too.
You see.
David, save your breath. Well, we've been joined on the phone by Nana Amampne Boateng. He's the chief of Yinehine. Nana, thank you very much. Welcome to Breakfast Daily.
Thank you too.
Nana, so Otunfo has spoken. He's accusing chiefs of not doing what they have to do in terms of the fight against illegal mining. What is your initial comment to what Asante has said?
Yes, in fact, actually, he has said it all. The issue is beyond that. Some chiefs like me, I'm not interested in Galamsey, but there's little that we can do. At times, settler farmers deep down in the hinterlands will sell his cocoa farm to Galamsey operators and then leave. You may not even know. And you know, with this Galamsey, at times within 2 months they will just take the place and take whatever they want to take. And before you really hear about it, they are gone and they left it there all over. And then at times too, some things are completely needy because it's like if you can't beat them, join them. It's beyond them. So they won't sit down and let people from elsewhere come and take the goods away. So
but Nana,
they also be involved. Yes.
Then haven't our chiefs failed us? Because if they think that if you cannot,
the issue is in the first place, it's beyond that. You don't have the wherewithal. You don't have the capacity to be able to stop them. All these people are armed. And even when the police arrest them, they drop names. People, the calls come from Accra, and there's nothing you can do.
Nana,
hello?
I don't think that we are saying that the chief should go to these sites, to arrest people. But the community is under you. You see people selling their cocoa farms let's say, even foreigners, to come in to mine the gold. We understand that you might not even be part of the negotiations when it's going on. But Nana, we know the people who live in our communities. We know who owns this land, because you are the, for want of a better word, the custodian of these lands. So if Mr. Owusu has given his land to some people and gold is being mined, illegally, Galamsey is ongoing, you might not even know the person doing it, but you know who owns the land. Nana, I come from Manson Kwanta. And the situation is terrible. I'm not a chief, I've not given, but I know people who are even doing Galamsey. And I think that if you really want to apprehend the people, Nana, you can't tell me that you can't do that.
You see, the issue is hydra-headed. It's not as simple as you see it. I may be in somebody, I have exceptional farmers at stake at Citi. Even in a place where are accessible. Getting there is even a huge challenge. So somebody will be in there, you will know that somebody is there before you even hear of it. They left them gone. It's not as simple as that.
Right,
Nana. This thing is illegal. So, illegal things are not done openly. For times close to town, that one, any time I hear about it, I just drive there, and then that one with the police, I'm able to drag them away. Those ones are small ones. But those, at times, even in a forest reserve, we have forest reserve here. In the forest reserve, you find these people there, and when you negotiate, when you investigate, you realize that even some people close to power are with them. Some party people are there doing it, and it's not easy. You see, and at times, even people like the police and other things, they because they nobody else, they close their eyes, turn their eyes elsewhere, and the people, the things is going on. People are not as easy as you see it.
No, I understand. I understand that.
Because of that, these things that are, why do I sit down? People from elsewhere come and mine and take away. Why can't I also take a share? That's what I'm like. That's the compromise. The compromise.
I understand that you cannot fight this alone as an individual. Have you brought it to the attention, illegal mining? Has it really featured in your traditional council meeting? Have you brought this to Menshia? And what are the chiefs doing about it? What was the resolve?
We always talk about it. Even at times my sub-chiefs blame me. Why do we sit there and people are taking money away and we are I'm not interested. I normally report, I call, make calls, and you see it's beyond that. It's not as easy as that. It's beyond that.
So Nana,
you call the tax force will get there. You don't know what happened. They will still come back.
So Nana, how do we then win the fight against illegal mining?
Yes. Firstly, some of these concessions have been given to large-scale miners and small-scale miners. Where you find these people, most of them are owned by large-scale concessionaires. And I'm sure some of them are complicated. They give some to people, and they also, I don't know how they go about it. They also take some money from it. So we also need to bring them in. If you have a concession, periodically we need to go around and inspect your concession, find whether there are people there working. If people that are working, do they have the license to mine? If I for mining in the water, that one I think we can easily stop. We let the soldiers be patrolling 24/7. They should be there for a period. And the world is it's so sad that water bodies that our forefathers left with us, that we used to drink, we go to farm, now you can't use it for anything.
Nana.
Most of them are completely dead.
Right.
It's so sad.
Nana, yeah. That's why we're having this conversation, because we all see the state of our water bodies now. But you mentioned that, some of these areas are given as huge concessions, to companies and all. Now, let's look at those within our space, individuals who are doing this, people come together, they hire excavator, it brings out the sand. Now they share the sand, washing and getting all these. I know this because I've visited a site before, because I come from one of such areas. What are you doing? What are our chiefs doing? Because you are the overall, leader in this community. So the ones that we can do something about, for instance, I don't know if we still have our community meetings, when individuals like that, come to your attention, what do you do as a chief of this community in your own small way to make sure that the water that we are all dependent on, we don't have just a few people coming together to mess it up for all of us? Maybe the huge concessions is a different story, but we also have individuals, young people who are doing this on a very small scale, but messing up everything. Nana, what are you doing to make sure that you start from there and put a stop to this?
You see, it's not, as I said earlier, it's not as simple as you find it. Even for the small ones that our boys and girls are involved in, you see, those ones, that is where they also tell you that they earn a living. Yes, that one, if it's not close to the river, but that one is. I think that one you can't control it, because they are your people, and what they are doing is they are trying to earn a living to do that.
Nana, please hold on. So are you trying to say that if somebody is involved in armed robbery, because they are also getting money for a living, do we say that because they don't have Nana a second, Nana hold on. Nana, illegality. Nana, all I'm trying to say is illegality is an illegality, regardless of what a person's reason is. Would you supervise the people to do an illegality because they are making a living? No, I just want to understand you. I may be wrong. Please let us understand. Yeah.
What I'm saying is the only issue is for those ones, you get them alternative means of livelihood. Like if you can get them something to do apart from the Galamsey, that one is better. Because we need to ensure that we talk to them, find out exactly what they can do, and then we stop them from the Galamsey. They do other things that will help them earn a living. It's not as simple as that. You see, some of these things, people get involved because of the economic reasons. So if there are other alternatives which they can get involved in, I think they won't. This way it's dirty job, and people will not get involved if they have something else to do. So the issue is getting them something to do apart from this Galamsey thing.
Nana, I'm not sure if I can agree with you on the fact that it's a dirty job and people will not do it if they had something else to do. I think that economically it makes sense to them, no matter how dirty it is.
You see, getting the goal is not as easy as we did. At times they even go there for the whole day or the whole week. You don't get anything. It's not no matter. You take and you take the money. No.
Yeah, but somebody is financing them to still stay there. Somebody is financing them to be there and to keep digging.
So here we are looking at the center one, the fourth one, the boys. No, the big one up there.
Yes. So Nana, as the leader of these young people, it is also part of your responsibility to make sure that your community members, are doing well. They are living well. You are their leader. What would you do? You said that if we can have other things for them to do. As a leader who these people have been entrusted in your care, what kind of things would they do apart from Galamsey? Because Galamsey is an illegality. So the fact that there's no alternative does not give them permission or does not justify why they should be in Galamsey. So as a leader, what kind of engagement, are you having with your people to say that, okay, let's look at how we can probably take farming to a different level. Let's look at how we can do other things. What are you doing as a leader to stop Galamsey in your space?
Yes, in my place, unfortunately for me, I don't have that problem. most of the operators here are the large scale ones. Those who come with stability certificates. Also the small ones, we don't have them. But normally they know I'm not interested. So from day one they know Nana wouldn't give let us do it. So anytime I hear that some boys are close, especially close to the town, I easily call the police and that is the one way.
Well,
the bigger ones are
I think the bigger ones we'll talk about that later. But I'm happy to hear that you don't have that problem in your neighborhood. So I'm sure you probably can also share with us, you know, so those who have this problem can maybe learn a thing or two. How have you been able to achieve it just to make sure that young people in your community are not into illegal mining, you know, these small ones? How have you done it? What have you done?
What we do is we talk to them periodically that we have a farmland here that people can farm and then make more money. Apart from the perennial crops, people and other things, there are people also who can grow cassava, plantain, and other things, and people buy. So these are all dignified. If any of that is dignified jobs instead of these dirty things that they devote themselves, because they normally go there and they don't even get much. So we don't get anything. So I always advise them that they don't put for the land. That was the land that our fathers left us. And we need to also keep it intact. Make sure that we do something good for those coming. The generations coming. So normally I talk to them. They know I'm not interested. The only time I hear of it, I call them and then tell them, no, don't go there.
Right.
No problem ago, some boys started business close by. So I called the police, I called the police, we told them that I'm not interested in this thing. So if you are not able to stop them, I'll report you to Accra.
Okay.
So I went for a meeting in Accra, came back, and they have left. They didn't send the commander came to me and they took them.
All right.
We saw the boy. So, okay, that's what I don't want any, but I'm still close by. Because I want them.
Right.
But the problem is with the point is where people enter with impunity because they have connections elsewhere and they destroy our water.
Okay, Nana, thank you very much. I think we'll have to end it here. But I must say that you are very lucky, you know, to have very obedient Ghanaians in your area who you just talk to them and they listen. Maybe we should all take heed. Thank you very much. Nana Amampene Boateng is the chief of Nyenehin Ashanti region. David, so Nana says that he talks to the people. So I don't know the other young people in other areas, why they are so stubborn.
I have a few challenges with some of the things he said. So the artisanal small-scale miners are not the ones that we have problems with. What he's describing, they are actually not the ones that we have problems with.
Exactly.
The people with excavators are the ones we actually have problems with. And he says he doesn't have issues with the small ones are the ones he stops them because they are coming to, you know, coming to dig for mining here and there and all of that. And he talks to them and then he tells them that, you know, I'm not interested in this.
I don't like that.
But then the excavators are the ones that we actually have a problem with. Listen. Before we got to, let me say, the year 2000, I'm just picking a date, the year 2000. Before the year 2000, Galamsey had gone on since independence. It's been going on before independence, all the way to the year 2000. Till there were excavators brought into the game and champagnes came into the game. We had no issue with our water bodies. No issue whatsoever. Galamsey has gone on since before independence till now.
And you know, now
there's never been any issue till excavators and champagnes came into the
What
game.
happens is, you know, these young people will come together, hire an excavator, you know, let it come dig out the soil, you know. So now everyone begins to take some of the soil to go wash and see what you can get out of it. So now this is the problem. Everybody is dependent on excavator digging out because you can't just use we don't do the picker stuff anymore.
That's
you know,
that's the tedious
And
way of doing it.
for me,
Now,
if the chief is saying that, oh, you know, they also have to survive and make a living and all that. So if this is a mindset, then we just have to end the conversation.
I feel like he was rather empathizing with the people than seeing the problem for what it really is, you know.
And this is how we are all thinking,
Because
you know?
I do not believe for a moment that if you tell people who have been making anywhere from 100 CDs to 10,000 CDs every day, anywhere between 100 CDs and 10,000 CDs every day, they make this kind of money, right? I don't think that if you tell them to go and plant cassava, that they will see it as a good alternative. Hey, please, we are not children. I mean, nah. It doesn't,
I said that.
it doesn't
It looks like
wash.
the young people in here are very
They are very different.
But
I think
they're
they're
a different
kind of
breed of
Ghanaians.
Ghanaians.
Yeah,
You know? I think
yeah.
Ghana is very lucky to have these
Because-
people as a subjects.
Yeah,
And,
I guess so.
Anyway.
I guess so. Well, we have something for you to take a look at regarding all this Galamsey thing. Let's take a look at that.
Gold mining processing method is one key aspect of mineral extraction in Ghana that leads to environmental destruction in both small and large-scale gold mining. It is for this reason Professor Grace Ofori-Sapon of UMAT, who is the first Ghanaian female professor in minerals engineering, has undertaken a study into better environmentally friendly gold processing methods. Presenting the findings at her professorial inaugural lecture on the microhydrometallurgy research work at UMAT, Professor Grace Ofori-Sapon proposed the use of microorganisms to process gold without polluting the environment.
The significance of my lecture. When we talk about gold, we all love gold. Gold is found in rocks. The particles are very, very small. So when the rock is hard, we need to break the rock and get access to the gold before we can take it. Some of the rocks, even after breaking, the gold is still hidden in some shells that we cannot break. And so we have to do pre-treatment. Pre-treatment, we can use various methods. But some of them, for example, we burn, roasting, and it pollutes the environment. So we are using microorganisms. Microorganisms are living organisms, but they are just tiny, tiny. We cannot see with our eyes. So microorganisms are able to break down the rocks, release the gold, so that we can take it. In this case, we are using fungus. The fungus lives in the environment, so it's available. So if we use that to break the rocks, we are not polluting the environment because it's already in the environment.
Professor Grace Ofori-Sapon, who is also the first female professor from UMAT, said the feat she has reached should be an encouragement for women to seek new heights.
So that makes me feel so good. And already I have a platform where we motivate the younger ones. So this has added to the credentials where, you know, we have a lot of stories to give to the younger ones so that they will also move up. We say that the sky is not our limit. The sky is only a springboard. So they jump on it, somersault into the higher levels.
The Vice Chancellor of UMAT, Professor Richard Kwesi Amankwa, said the feat attained by Professor Ofori-Sapon as the first Ghanaian female professor in minerals engineering is symbolic and good for the mining industry and UMAT. Also speaking to Citi News on strengthening the connection between academia and the mining industry, the Vice Chancellor said the UMAT summit with managing directors and general managers of major mining and related companies has discussed improved ways of training the right mining expert for the Ghanaian mining sector.
As a university, we should be able to train our students well to fit into the industry. And these are the key people who run the industries in Ghana. General managers, managing directors of the mining and allied industry. So we thought of bringing them together to engage them on how, first of all, they can help the university to promote our programs and also how they can help us to train our students in such a way that they will feel comfortable employing them. And we also talked about how the standards in the minerals industry can be brought to town.
All right. So there you have it. It looks like all is not necessarily lost, because there are ways, if only we will pay heed, to what some of these research findings have brought out, that there are ways of going around some of these challenges that we have in this country. But again, the politicians, it's up to them to decide whether they're interested in fixing Ghana or,